Bill Belichick took Chattanooga offensive lineman Cole Strange with the Patriots' first-round pick this weekend. Then he added a quarterback in the fourth round, despite, don't forget, taking Mac Jones in the first round last year. After all their picks were in, Mel Kiper gave the Patriots the worst grade of all 32 teams for this weekend's draft. Whew. Shannon, is Belichick getting exposed?
Well, Skip, no, I don't think he's getting exposed. I think he's either hitting home runs, Skip, or he's striking out. I mean, you look at, he drafted Brady, Richard Seymour, Gronk, Jamie Collins, Logan Mankins, Asante Samuel, Vince Wilfork, Julian Edelman, Deion Branch. But then you go back and look at Chad Jackson, N'Keal Harry, Belfort Johnson, Brandon Tate, Josh Boyce, PK Sam, Aaron Dobson. So, Skip, he's either over the fence or he's headed back to the dugout. And so, Skip, I just think the thing is, I just think he reached for a lot of the guys. This Tyquan Thornton, Skip, you talk about guys flash. He does not play 4-2. He just doesn't. I mean, I get it. He ran and he just, ooh, man, you see how fast? He didn't play like that at Baylor. I watched him against Ole Miss. I think I watched him twice. I'm like, he just looked like a guy to me. And Cole Strange, most people had him in the second or the third round. But this is what Coach Belichick likes to do, Skip. He likes to get guys that he can mold. Skip, if you get these big top-tier guys, they feel that they've already got it figured out. So Coach Belichick gives guys like this, that he's looking for a systems guy. No, I don't need you to be able to do that. I don't need you to be able to do that. I need you to fit this cog. You're a cog in the wheel. You're not the wheel. You're not 3 cogs, 4 cogs. You're a cog. And if you look at the guys that he drafted, Skip, when is Coach Belichick, the only time somebody's really got it right, they Mac Jones. Everybody said if he gets past the 49ers, he's going to New England. But other than that, nobody's ever hit on the head, oh, the Patriots are taking such and such in the first round. And Coach Belichick likes it like that for the simple fact he get guys he can mold, they're going to fit the system, and that's what he does. But, Skip, I don't think he's terrible at wide receivers. And then he drafted 2 tight ends 2 years ago, Skip, and they didn't make it a year. Then he goes down free agency and signed 2 tight ends to replace the 2 tight ends that he just took early rounds.
Correct.
So he's hit or miss, Skip. There's like no in-between with him. I mean, Richard Seymour is going to the Hall of Fame. Gronk's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Brady's going to be in the Hall of Fame. But I don't think he's getting exposed. Wilson, give the man some time. You expected him, well, he ain't with Brady won the championship his first year. Give the man some time.
The man has had enough time to get exposed.
2 years?
You know and I know he's getting exposed.
Oh, my goodness.
Nobody misses Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. more than Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
As Mel Kiper says, are we allowed to question a draft from Bill Belichick? Yes, we are. And Mel goes on to write, the Patriots haven't exactly lit it up over the past few Aprils. Nope, no, they have not. Thank you.
But Skip, but guess what? You always say he got 6 rings, though, like you say about Tom Brady. He got 7 rings. Coach Belichick says, I got 6 rings, and I've drafted 2 of the greatest players to ever play. Skip, he's untouchable. Whether you agree, I agree. He's made some mistakes in the draft. But when you have his resume, Skip, he just white out everything. You know, back when you was on the tight rider, you had that white out, Skip,
I don't even go back that far. I never used it.
You did use white.
No,
yeah, you did.
I did not.
Yeah, you did, Skip.
I did not. I don't even know what it is, nor would I try. Well, I never miss it. I don't typo.
You weren't doing it, but pecking.
I'm 100 words an hour.
Mickey Spillane.
What? 4-finger pecking? No, I can type. I can really rock, man. On deadline, you better be able to type on deadline.
You had deadline in 20
Bill Belichick has always been a product of Brady.
Stop doing that.
It's as simple as that. It's period, end of story. He is always going to struggle. He is getting more and more desperate without Brady. It's all about Brady, who went to Tampa in a pandemic on a torn MCL that needed repair after the season, needed surgery, and he won the Super Bowl. And last year, he won another playoff game and nearly beat the eventual champions in a huge playoff game. He brought it all the way back to 27-all, making Belichick look even more foolish because Belichick got blown off the field in his playoff game last year, 47-17, if memory serves. And here we go again. Brady's team will be favored. It'll be right at the top of the list.
Yeah,
it'll be 1, 2, 3, whatever. Maybe Kansas City, maybe Buffalo, but it'll be right up at the top. favored to win next year's Super Bowl because the GOAT is back at age 45 and Bill Belichick reaches farther and farther. And quick aside, it reminds me so much of what the great Gil Brandt suffered through with my Dallas Cowboys back in the 70s and then the 80s. In the 70s, he made Tom Landry. In the 80s, he broke Tom Landry with his reaches in the first round. But guess what happened in the 70s? They had this guy at quarterback named Roger Staubach.
Roger the Dodger.
I think he's the greatest Cowboy quarterback ever. No offense to anybody else, but I just thought he was it. He is my all-time favorite Cowboy, and he was Brady-esque.
Right.
And he could make anything work because he led. He tried to call his own plays. Landry wouldn't let him, but he audibled to a lot. All the greatest Cowboy plays in history, he audibled to Drew Pearson or to Tony Hill or to Butch Johnson.
Yep.
Okay. So the point is, here we go again. Reach farther, reach. The first pick was the perfectly named Strange because it was the strangest pick at all because Mel Kiper says, well, he would have been there in the second round for sure. And you took him in the first? Really? I sat right here in this chair the day after Tyquan Thornton ran 4.28 at the Combine. I sat right in this chair and I said, Shannon, trust me, I watched more Baylor than you did because I saw Baylor twice against Oklahoma State and once against Oklahoma, unfortunately. And I never even noticed Tyquan Thornton. Seriously, I never even said, oh, wow, look at that kid.
Yep, you're right.
Because he's a track, you know, he can run track for you.
Speed.
If you want him on your track team, God bless you. Take his pads off and let him run track for you because he can flat out fly.
Right.
But in pads, I don't know what he is. So Belichick's like, I need speed. I need somebody who can run past the defense. Well, okay.
But can Mac Jones get into it?
I don't know if he can. That's a great question. Plus, I don't know how fast he runs in pads because I couldn't see it.
Yeah, that's my thing, Skip. He doesn't play 4-2, that's for sure. But Skip, here's the thing. If you keep saying about Tampa's roster, Tampa was down for so bad, so you get to get Devin White with the 5th pick. You get Mike Evans with the 7th pick.
You did.
You get a Tristan Wirth. You get all these high draft picks. Where the Patriots are picking 30, 31, 32 year after year, and it gets harder and harder. So, Skip, it's not like you're in the top 10, you're in the top 10 or the top 15. Coach Belichick, well, I think last year, when he got Mac Jones, that was the first time he was in the top 15. But for the most part, Skip, you have to start taking chances. And you're like, okay, because all these, Skip, it's like the summer sale. All the good stuff has been picked over.
I got it. And we get all the way down to the biggest shocker of the afternoon, day 3?
Yes.
Is Bailey Zappi. He takes a quarterback out of Western Kentucky who's just a wing it all over the field kid who just lights it up and he puts up some numbers.
Yeah, they threw it like 60 times a game.
Okay, I got it. You still have as quality a backup as I've ever seen in this league in Brian Hoyer. He knows your system. He's
getting
perfect.
Old.
Okay, he's getting old. But you had Stiddy. You had Jarrett Stidham. And I sat right here in this chair and I told you going into the year when it looked like Stiddy was going to replace Brady, I said, it's insane. I watched him.
Right.
I watched him at Auburn. He's just not good enough. No. So did he just admit that I made a mistake on Stiddy?
Yeah.
Maybe, because is Bailey Zappi going to, again, you spent a 4th-round pick on him.
Why would you spend a 4th-round pick on Bailey Zappi?
I don't know, because he's a 6th-rounder at best and probably a premium, undrafted free agent. That's probably what he is.
I don't really think, I don't think Mac Jones has anything to worry about.
Well, does he? I don't know.
But normally...
Are you enamored? Are you saying, wait a second, I see Bailey Zappi as my next Brady?
No. I don't see that happening, Skip. But it's normally like we saw this with the Commanders. They were the old team. You take RG3 in the 1st, and then you take another quarterback in the 4th. Okay, that's fine if both guys can be on the field. If you take a receiver with the 1st pick, Skip, and you take in the 1st round, and then another receiver in the 4th, okay, both of them can get on the field. But when you take a quarterback in the 1st 1 year and then take another quarterback in the 4th, only one can play.
Okay, I got it. So here's the next problem. Most people think Buffalo is the best team in pro football right now and right on the doorstep to break through to win next year's Super Bowl, right? Well, you got to play them twice.
Yeah.
And then the Jets had, to me, the best draft of anybody. I know Baltimore had a really solid one.
Yeah, I love Baltimore.
But listen, when you get the best corner, this is Jets. They get the best corner on the board in Sauce Gardner, and then they get what most people thought was the best receiver. Again, I like Olave a little better, but I can't argue with this. You get Garrett Wilson, and then you get the best value on the board in Jermaine Johnson, all the way down at 26. That's the steal of the first round times 10, right? And then this is something that I haven't spoken about, but I watched a whole lot of Breece Hall because I'm a Big 12 guy. Trust me on this. Easily the best running back in the draft. He is slippery and he is powerful. He can just flat out tote the rock. And you got him. You got the best running back in the second round. Okay, I just gave you the Jets draft. It's firepower. They can't help but be a little better, and you have to deal with them twice. Right?
I mean, you look at where they go, Skip. They went guard, receiver, cornerback.
Who is this? You're talking
the Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots.
It seems like, Skip, they're leaning towards offense, like they need to upgrade their offense. Because they went, I mean, guard, receiver, running back, quarterback, running back, guard.
Okay, so it's just like the Cowboys. The Cowboys' problem is, I'm not sure what they did, but I'm pretty sure about what Philly and the Giants did. Okay?
I definitely think those
And here we go. I'm pretty sure Buffalo's much better because I saw it in a playoff game. It was 47-17. And now I'm thinking the Jets are closing the gap quickly with the talent infusion there.
Well, it definitely feels like the Jets are closer to New England than
New England is
to Buffalo.
I totally agree. Bingo.
I totally agree with that also.
Okay, good luck, Brady without Belichick.
There you go.
No, Belichick without Brady.
Yeah, you're right. You got it right.
No, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
You're not going anywhere this year.
This draft, guys.
Rams back at it again.
We will see how it turns out for them. I do have to give them props for taking my LSU guy, Chasen Hines, in the 6th. All right, back to the NBA playoffs for us. Should Draymond Green have been ejected from yesterday's game? Stick around. That's next.
No mercy, no mercy.